now you got some money in your account and you want to buy some crypto, but you don't know what to buy. You've heard about Dogecoin, Shibu, Pancake Swap if you're lucky. You've pretty much got on crypto market cap a list of all your cryptos. If they're not listed on coin market cap, then just stay away from them. Pretty much if they're not in the top 100, stay away from them. If this is your first time buying crypto and that sort of thing, pretty much just stick to the top 10. You really want to know about the projects, what they're doing, what the services are, what sort of future potential they have before you start venturing outside of the top 10. So in the top 10 you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Cardano, Tether, which is a stable coin, so that means it's just backed against the US dollar. So pretty much one Tether is worth $1. There's a whole lot more to that, but I'll explain that at a later date. It's a good place to store your value without taking it out of crypto. You got Solana number 5, XRP number 7, Polkadot, Dogecoin. Just stay away from Dogecoin. It's just gonna pump and it'll probably go to double that, but at some point it's gonna fall and you don't want to be the person holding the bag. If you're investing, just stay the hell away from it. USDC or USD coin, same as Tether. It's just referred to as a stable coin. And stay the fuck away from this one. It's just a friggin' joke. Alright. To work out the ranking on here, your market cap dictates where you're going to be in the ranking. So you look at Bitcoin, it's at $1.1 trillion market cap. That's US dollars. Ethereum is half that at 500 billion. Then you go down to Binance, 81 billion, Cardano 72 billion. All of these projects in the top 10, bar a few, are pretty solid investments. You can't really go wrong on any of them. A good strategy to stick to is have 50% of your portfolio in Bitcoin, 25% in high cap altcoins, which are pretty much number 2 to number 10, and then 25% in an altcoin that's outside of the top 10. So that 25%, you could have 5 different altcoins that are outside of the top 10. The reason we do this is just to protect ourselves from volatility. Bitcoin is pretty much the least volatile. If you have all your eggs in one basket, for instance, in Uniswap, now we'll go have a look at Uniswap, see what it's done. Uniswap is a good token, by the way. You can click on the crypto, go to the trading view. It's the best one to look at. If you have a look at this, zoom out a bit. So it's moved around a bit. Its all-time high was up here around $44, nearly 45. So if you look at this, you go, it's got huge potential if it gets back to where it was. You know, it's nearly double where it was at. So purely looking at that, you go, yep, it's got potential. But say 100% of your portfolio was in this, and say you bought here, for instance, $29, and it drops down to $17 or $15. So your portfolio, if you're 100% exposed to just Uniswap, has halved. Yes, it goes up just as quick, but your exposure is 100% to whatever coin is doing. If you have, say, 4 different cryptos, for instance, then you're exposed to those 4 different levels of volatility. You want at least half of your portfolio in Bitcoin so that it maintains that stability. Bitcoin, at the end of the day, is the OG of crypto, and it pretty much dictates what everything else is going to do. You don't tend to get the massive, 10x, 100x gains in Bitcoin, but you get solid growth and you can pretty much count on the fact that it's going to keep going up and up and up. There's a bunch of reasons for that. The biggest one being that there is only, where are we looking? There's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be supplied. A lot of that has been lost through people losing their keys, that sort of rubbish. Most of it's tied up in big funds, Grayscale for instance. So the actual available Bitcoin to the consumer market is more like 2.5 million. That's about what's on the exchange at the moment. So what that means is the more demand there is, the higher the price is going to go. The good thing about this is this max supply can never be increased. So it's always only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin. The more people that want it, the higher the price is going to go. So you look on your chart here, and this is just from, you know, when Bitcoin started. Oh, it's not even showing that, sorry. Bitcoin started in like 2013, and its growth, it didn't do a lot for the first couple of years. Had its first bull run, not even showing properly, had a bull run in 2013, 2017, 2019. Well, it didn't really have a bull run in 2013, but yeah. And 2021, here we are now. You can see it's most of this rise was through retail FOMO. It's gone up, it's come back down through fear and people getting scared in the market, selling off as it went down. This growth here has purely been from investment by big players, so big companies, funds that are looking to get into the market because they see what's going on with Bitcoin, and they understand the scarcity of it, and they're also trying to protect themselves against inflation of the US dollar, which I'll go into further in a later date, but it's pretty much the case that the US keeps printing money and essentially devaluing their own currency. So one way of protecting yourself against that is to put your money somewhere else. Bitcoin doesn't have that problem. It's not inflationary, it's actually deflationary as people lose their Bitcoin through stupidity. Alright, 3 takeaways from this video. Stick to reputable crypto projects, i.e. your top 10 when you're first starting. Once you get a bit more confident and you figure out what you're doing and you figure out how to research these projects a little bit more, pretty much just jump on YouTube, type in the project, and I guarantee there'll be some information out there on it. If all the fundamentals line up, then sure, invest in it. But a good rule to stick to is that 50-25-25 rule. So 50% Bitcoin, 25% higher cap altcoins, i.e. the ones that are in the top 10, and 25% in your more speculative cryptos, more like your top 100 cryptos. But you still need to do your research on them. Don't just buy them because they're cheap. We'll get into the difference of a high price crypto and a low price crypto. There's no such thing as a cheap crypto. We'll talk about that later. Another thing to take note of is retail FOMO. That's what normally drives a bull run, and the reason this bull run is so much different is the fact that all that FOMO has left the market and is yet to come back in. When it comes back in, that's when we'll see massive growth, and that's sort of you want to be in there before that happens. You don't want to be the person who's buying it because everyone else is buying it. That's just not a good way to invest. You want to be an early adopter, and even though prices are near all-time highs, it's not a representation of where it's going to go. We definitely haven't hit a top. All the fundamentals are pointing towards it going a lot further, but that's all speculation. I'll tell you more about that further down the line and the reasons why I think that. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.